Welcome to The Explainer. There are some stories we hear as kids that just stick with us. The ant and the grasshopper is definitely one of them. But here's a thought. What if the version you know got the ending wrong? So let's just dive right in with that question. What if the story you were told as a child was, let's say, softened a little bit for a reason? And what if the original tale had a much, much colder, harder lesson to teach? Okay, so let's start at the beginning with a part we all remember. Picture this. It's a blazing hot summer day. You know the kind where the air just feels thick and heavy. And it's on a day just like this that we meet our two main characters, who are about to make two very, very different choices.
On one hand, you've got the ants. They are the absolute picture of hard work, right? They're all working together, totally focused on one single goal, getting ready for a future they know is coming, even if it means sacrificing all the fun in the present.
And then, on the other hand, we have the grasshopper. He is living completely and totally in the moment. For him, a beautiful day like this isn't for work. No way. It's for art. It's for music. It's for enjoying the simple pleasure of just being alive. So you see, this isn't just about one guy being lazy and the other being a workaholic. What we're actually seeing here is a deep, fundamental clash in how you should approach life itself. And what's so great about this is how clearly it breaks down their totally opposite worldviews. The ant is all about delayed gratification, right? Work now for security later. The grasshopper, though, he's all about immediate joy and creative expression. So, which one is right? The story doesn't really tell us yet. The grasshopper literally can't understand the ant's mindset. From where he's sitting, the ant is just wasting a perfect day. This isn't just a friendly invitation. It's a challenge to the ant's entire way of being. And the ant just replies with pure, cold logic. This isn't about having fun. This isn't about leisure. This is about survival. It's a simple, straightforward statement of cause and effect. A warning that the grasshopper, lost in his music, just completely ignores. But summer can't last forever. The seasons always change, and with that change, the consequences of their choices start to arrive. And when winter comes, it is absolutely brutal. For the ants, well, their hard work paid off just like they planned. Their home is this cozy fortress of warmth and food. But for the grasshopper, the world that was his beautiful stage is now just a frozen wasteland. And his songs, well, they can't fill his empty stomach. And all of this leads us to the story's big turning point. Every choice, every warning, it has all led to this one single moment, a desperate knock on a warm door in the middle of a blizzard. So the grasshopper, who is now at rock bottom, has to swallow all of his pride. His whole philosophy of living in the moment, it's completely failed him. And his only hope for survival now is the very same creature he was making fun of all summer long. And this is where the story is so clever, because it puts us, the reader, right in the ant's shoes. So what would you do? Do you reward the hard work and punish the short-sightedness? Or do you show a little compassion for someone who is clearly desperate, no matter what mistakes they've made in the past? So here's the crucial point. The answer to that question is not as black and white as you might think. In fact, how the ant chooses to answer creates two completely different fables with two profoundly different morals. Okay, so first, let's look at the ending that's become the most famous one, the one most of us probably heard growing up. We can call it the warm version, the one that's often tweaked for kids. So in this ending, the ant gives him a piece of his mind, a bit of a lecture. But at the end of the day, mercy wins out. The grasshopper is saved, he learns a huge lesson, and he gets that all-important second chance. The moral here is all about compassion, forgiveness, and, the power of redemption. But that is not the original story. The fable, as it was first told thousands of years ago, ends in a much, much harsher way. This is the raw, unfiltered version. And here it is, one of the most chilling lines in all of fables, maybe all of literature. The ant takes the grasshopper's own life, his life of song, and just throws it right back in his face as a death sentence. And that's it. The door closes, there's no pity, there's no second chance. In this version, the world is not a forgiving place. It's a place of direct, unbreakable consequences. You reap what you sow, period. So we're left with two versions of the exact same story. But they teach two completely opposite lessons about how the world works and maybe how we should act in it. And this just lays it out perfectly. Version A, the one for kids, champions a world built on mercy, right? Where you can make mistakes, be forgiven, and actually change. But then you've got version B, the original, which presents a world governed by the ice-cold logic of reality, where personal responsibility is everything, and the consequences of your actions are yours and yours alone. And that really just leaves us with a final question to chew on. Which of these two morals feels more true to the world that we actually live in? And maybe even more important than that, which version describes the kind of world you want to live in? One that's defined by second chances, or one that's defined by stark, unwavering accountability? The answer? Well, it's not so simple, is it?